Festival goers who suffered bad experiences after the show ended late last night have used social media to deplore the poor security planning. Now, the concert at Johannesburg's F&B Stadium honoured the life and legacy of Nelson Mandela in his centenary year. Incidents of crime have been reported widely on social media after the concert, with people being robbed of their valuables and others also saying they were hijacked. Now, for more on the story, we're joined by Brigadier Vish Naidoo, who is live to us from PE. He joins us over the telephone. Brigadier Vish Naidoo, thank you very much for taking our call. I understand you've just landed in Port Elizabeth. Now, according to eyewitnesses, many people have taken to social media saying that they were robbed. They witnessed a number of hijackings as well. There were quite a number of stabbings that also took place. Could you just tell us, what do you know as the police?
A very good morning to you, Griselda. Thank you for this opportunity. Griselda, social media is really a very essential tool, both for and against fighting crime. The sad reality of this whole thing is we've had one incident that was reported where a young girl was allegedly robbed of a cell phone, for which we have arrested a suspect. All of these other claims that you made in your opening remarks, we have not had any cases, and according to us, the case is not registered with us. It never happened. And it's very sad that people have taken to social media as opposed to going to a police station and registering a case, because it doesn't help us in terms of our crime threat and crime pattern analysis to be able to deal with such incidents moving forward for other similar events. But talking security for this event, we have had those people that have gone to the concert will tell you how tight the security was, both by SABC, the traffic police, as well as private security that was employed by event organizers. We have used the concentric ring of security like we have done during the 2010 Soccer World Cup. And it is tried and tested principles that we've used for security, and it's proven to be very successful even in this case. But the unfortunate thing about this incident, just to highlight the circumstances when the child was robbed of a cell phone, was that she was standing at the service station and she went out away from the service station to what appeared to be because she couldn't get reception. And then she was allegedly mugged and robbed. But then the suspect was arrested because of police presence in that area. So that is the only incident we are aware of. And all the other incidents that you've highlighted in your opening remark, we welcome people to come forward and open cases rather than taking to social media first.
Arrested so far, suspect for allegedly robbing someone of a cell phone. But we've had many incidents. I agree with you, Vish, that many people have said the security was fantastic and there was a great police presence when they entered the stadium. But many of the remarks that have been made was that there was absolutely no policemen in sight at that hour, as dark as it was, as people left the stadium.
No, that's not true. I was at the stadium. I left the stadium very late. There were police even on the main arterial roads, on the highways. As far as that, there were police on foot patrols, in vehicles. There was metro SAPs. The private security were concentrated more on the inner perimeter of the stadium, the outer perimeter, and at the outer perimeter of the stadium, as well as areas surrounding the stadium. We had very heavy police presence, both SAPs and metro police. So I was present there. I was at the stadium from the morning right through to the evening. So I'm not sure where this is coming from.
Vish, the situation as it stands seems to, the picture that is painted, of course, from many of the concert goers was that the situation itself was quite dire. In fact, I won't mention any names just as yet because this person has not given me the authority to speak on the issue about the cell phone of an officer that was even taken during this incident. But I'm sure you'll get confirmation on that much later on during the course of the day. But we're hearing of people who were stabbed, people who were robbed, gunshots fired, a lady hit by a bus, and people who slept outside the stadium because of the chaotic situation. One particular incident or area that has been fingered in all of this is the Sasol garage, which is not far from the F&B stadium. Are police working to secure CCTV footage from that garage? I know it very well. It does have a CCTV cameras there. Are you working on that to ensure that you try and...
No, Griselda, let me stop you. We don't need to work on a CCTV camera at the Sasol garage, because the Sasol garage is where the robbery took place, and it's the Sasol garage where we arrested the suspect.
Yes.
So the CCTV footage might help us.
But many more incidents are alleged to have happened.
Griselda,
Vish,
hold on.
there are many other incidents that are alleged to have happened at the Cecil garage.
I've already highlighted to you that reports have not been made to us officially. If those reports are made to us officially, it will allow us to investigate. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
All right, Vish, let's do this then.
Yes.
We've got a caller on the line there who will tell us about their experiences. A very good morning to you. Tell us your name, please, and tell us what your experience. It's Kathy, I understand.
Yes, good morning, 100%. So I took my nephew and my son and a friend through to the Global Citizen Festival yesterday. Firstly, we queued from 9:30 till after 12 o'clock in the sun, most disorganized, terrible queues, no control, no management, no visible policing. And then eventually, when we got into the stadium, we were in the freestanding area. They had no armbands. The way the armbands were dished out is we had to crowd around the guy and push him and say, 2 armbands, 3 armbands, 4 armbands, no control whatsoever. Yeah, it was quite disorganized, I must be frank. But the actual control and the program ran according to schedule.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we left at about 7:30 because we'd heard that at the previous concert on Thursday night, there'd been people that were mugged and robbed, and we didn't want that. So there was no policing outside in the roadside.
Absolutely no policing, Kathy. You said you left at about 7:30. What did you see? Was there enough police presence?
Yeah, so the police presence were inside the stadium.
Okay.
We're inside the actual expo center that opened some of the gates. However, at the car park area and in the road, there was only car guards. There was no policing. They were like 3 or 4 bundling together, but they all stayed within the expo center. They were not out in the road, and then on our way home, all the traffic lights were out because there was load shedding, and there was one traffic car at every traffic center. However, all the police were inside the stadium. They were not outside, which is where the people were walking, where the cars were parked.
Yeah.
They all stood together. So, but I must be frank, the concert side of it was quite excellent, but getting in was all
right.
Absolutely terrible. 2 hours of standing, people just joining the queue, very poorly managed.
All right. Thank you so much, there, Kathy.
Okay.
Caller telling us about their experiences, of course, after that concert, saying that there was enough police inside the arena or the stadium itself. We've already indicated that, Vish, but the complaint is outside the parameters of the stadium.
Can I just say something?
Yes,
That's
ahead.
a very serious allegation.
Yes.
Because members, according to our operational plan, they were deployed outside. Can I provide you with my email address? I want a formal complaint from that lady so that we can have this investigated. Because any member that have left their post, that is a gross derelict of duty, which is even sanctioned by a possible dismissal. So members, according to our operational plans, there were concentric rings of security, and members were deployed there, and they were supposed to remain there until 2 a.m. this morning. That was the provisional operating time. Till 2 a.m. So if I can, whoever is complaining, I can provide my email address to our complaints nodal point. They can send us an email. We will investigate it. And if members did display a gross derelict of duty, we will make sure we will take the necessary action against them. Because we are a country that's renowned for delivering major events successfully, as you have seen in the build-up to the 2010 FIFA World Cup and post-2010 World Cup, as well as the World Cup itself. We have successfully delivered major events throughout the country. So Vish, this for us is unacceptable.
Yes. So Vish, obviously, I mean, if there are any police officers who were found to have left their posts during that time of the evening, obviously when people had left the stadium, they of course will be held to account over that. But now, given that, of course, I agree with you, people have to go to the police station and open up cases in order for you to take them seriously and investigate them. But I guess the first starting point, would it not be the Cecil garage? Cecil had been trending, and not that this is any measure, but it had been trending on social media. People seem to have complained to a large degree about that Cecil garage. Certainly the first thing that the police could do is obtain the CCTV footage from the Cecil garage, and you would be able to give credence. You'd be able to give credence. You'd be able to give. Sorry, Vish. I'm about to finish.
We've been through this twice now. Twice.
We're just trying to help the police.
There was one robbery that took place in Cecil garage, for which was reported to us. We've arrested a suspect in respect of that. We don't have a report of any other cases. We cannot go by what's posted on social media, because the only time something is factual is if we get an affidavit. It's different for media and it's different for the police to respond to.
Yeah.
Please understand that, Griselda.
Yeah.
Please. And to the benefit of the viewers and the listeners, they have to understand an affidavit is absolutely essential to warrant an investigation.
So people should go to the nearest police stations and
please,
obviously
please.
open up those cases, because it clearly seems that something might have gone wrong, Vish, given the fact that a number of people on social media have complained
Griselda,
about...
the fact that we
please don't,
arrested one
Vish,
suspect,
can you allow me to speak as well,
The fact that we
please?
arrested a suspect immediately after the robbery took place.
And no one is bashing
highlights
the police,
presence,
Vish. No
highlights
one is
the
bashing the
presence of
police. We are
it
saying...
highlights the presence of police at the Cecil garage.
And we
it
are
highlights
giving,
that.
And we are giving police
that,
credit.
Griselda.
We are giving police credit where it is due. No one is questioning the presence, the strong presence of police inside the vicinity itself. But what many people are complaining about is what they are saying is the lack of security outside the facility. So we are now saying, you police, you've done a good job, but obviously this needs to be investigated.
Griselda, but I've just said to you, you are going on and on and on. Griselda, I'm saying to you,
South Africans are upset.
The fact that someone was arrested
They're
at the
upset
Cecil
with
garage
you.
was because police was present. Because police was present. And if the police was not present, the suspect would have gotten away with that cell phone. What are you... I don't know how else to explain this to you.
Well, Vish, these are not complaints coming from us. These are very concerned South Africans who've gone out to have a very good time.
They must please complain to us, please.
They will complain to you, and we will urge them as well to open up these cases as well, because this certainly has a bearing on quite a number of issues, including tourism. This was a world-class event.
Thank you for this opportunity, Griselda.
Thank you very much, Brigadier Vish Naidoo, who is speaking on behalf of the South African National Police Service about a spate of incidents that South Africans have complained about after the Global Citizens Concert, saying there were a number of robberies, stabbings and alleged hijackings that had taken place. Well, according to the spokesperson, one arrest has been made pertaining to that incident, and I'm sure he's due to appear in court very shortly. And he's also urging all of those who have had their goods taken, alleged hijackings, and those who have been involved in some of the incidents to report them to the police. But police confirming at this stage just one suspect actually had been arrested pertaining to these incidents. Let's take a short break here on the